As a songwriter, Emmy-winning composer, and recording artist, I've used a lot of distributors to release my music. From AWAL to CD Baby, DistroKid, Lander Distribution. They will all get your music onto Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, but the ultimate distributor will have these 5 things that you need to look for. Number 5, a good distributor has fair and upfront pricing. And as an artist, you need to understand which pricing structure is going to serve you the best because there's a bunch of different options. For example, CD Baby has a one-time fee plus a back-end royalty split where they take a bit of your royalties. Let's contrast that with AWAL that has no fee at all. You can upload as many songs as you want and distribute them. However, they take a larger back-end cut, and that could cost you more in the long run depending how many streams you have. Now, there's even another type of payment structure like DistroKid where you pay a subscription to get 100% of your royalties. However, with DistroKid, there's a bunch of hidden add-ons that you have to end up paying additional subscriptions for. And so DistroKid, I feel like, is not as upfront as some of these other options. And there's yet another type of pricing structure that Lander Distribution uses that is all inclusive. You get all of the extras, all of the add-ons, you get the mastering, the sample libraries, the plugins, you get their awesome collaboration software, you get their course library, and that's all included in the distribution subscription. Plus, you get to keep 100% of your royalties, you get unlimited music distribution, and you get a bunch of bonuses like free plugins. So with all of these different pricing models, such as CD Baby, which is a one-time price with a back-end cut, AWAL is only a back-end cut, all of these pricing models are slightly different. What does that mean for you as an independent artist who's looking to find the right fit? Well, firstly, I would avoid any free distribution because of the new Spotify fines that are being rolled out this year. In case you haven't heard, Spotify is going to start fining distributors for any bot streams that they find on your songs. And in turn, distributors are going to fine you, the artist. DistroKid has already had a lot of problems with this, and a lot of DistroKid users have been getting fined by DistroKid, and sometimes they haven't even done anything wrong. It's a false flag. Artists are mistakenly getting fined by the distributors, and that's usually happening on the lower priced or the free tiers because a lot of lower quality artists or artists that are using a lot of really cheap promotion tactics are on these free distributors. So whenever you're looking at these pricing plans and you see a free option, what I would think now is that this distributor has an option for a lot of beginner artists, a lot of artists that don't have a lot of budget, and they're going to use these low quality bot streaming platforms. They will be using these distributors as well because they're trying to save money. They're just trying to get their music out for cheap. And so that's going to flood this distributor with a lot of fines from Spotify. You're a lot better off using a distributor that only has premium offerings, such as Lander. You can see that they don't have a free plan right off the bat. You need to commit $20 a month to get their whole Lander suite. Or if you want, you can choose distribution a la carte, but that's still $23.99 a year, and there's no free option. And TuneCore as well, they do have a free option, but you'll notice that doesn't actually distribute to Spotify. This is only social media distribution, so they technically only have a $20 a year plan to distribute your music. And most importantly, there are no hidden costs like with DistroKid. Check out this page where DistroKid actually reveals all of the extra subscriptions that you need to pay for per year, per song. That's going to drive up the price a lot. It's actually not upfront pricing with DistroKid, in my opinion. Next, number 4, the ultimate distributor has a good royalty structure and low fees. Some places will have 0 fees like AWAL, but they'll take a 15% share of the revenue that they collect. CD Baby's a hybrid. They'll have a really small upfront fee, but then take 9% of your download and streaming revenue. Other places like TuneCore will have a subscription and give you 100% of your royalties. DistroKid claims to do the same thing, but they have all of the album extras that you have to pay for yearly. So that's almost like paying them your royalties in advance before you even earn them. LANDR is all inclusive. They give you 100% of your royalties if you sign up for their subscription. And you also get YouTube Content ID collection. There's a 20% commission on that. The same goes with Symphonic. It's almost identical to LANDR. $19.99 a year, keep 100% of your royalties. However, they keep 30% of your YouTube Content ID royalties, which is a bit more than LANDR. And United Masters falls somewhere in the middle, $59.99, keep 100% of your royalties. However, United Masters is not really upfront about how much they take out of your YouTube Content ID, your social media royalties. I can't find that anywhere on their website, which is a little bit of a bummer. I wish they were more upfront about that. That brings us to number 3. A great distributor has a lot of features, and not every distributor brings the same package. For example, does your distributor allow you to license cover songs during the distribution process? Or do you have to secure that license on your own? For example, with CD Baby, you need to go through an outside platform called Easy Song Licensing to license your cover songs. Now, it's super easy. I've done that before, but it's not in the distribution process. Whereas LANDR distribution does allow you to secure a cover song license within the distribution flow. There's no outside company. All you have to do is check the box. But this is a great perk if you are an artist who will use cover song licensing a lot and you want it to be seamless and quick and upfront. Some other features to look for are automatic royalty splits. DistroKid offers that. TuneCore offers artist revenue splits in all of their plans. This is crucial if you want to collaborate with a producer or another artist, and it's important that the splits are fair and you don't want to do all the accounting yourself. Another feature to look for would be social media distribution, which a lot of distributors offer, including TuneCore. Just keep in mind, different distributors will take different cuts when they collect from social media. And finally, a lot of distributors offer professional services, which brings us to number 2 in our countdown. Professional services really come in 2 different flavors. First, there is the exclusive version, like what you have with United Masters, where you can become a United Masters partner. You're basically signed to a mini distribution deal, and you get professional services if you get selected. The same goes for AWOL. I've made a dedicated video on how AWOL works, where you can start with AWOL Core, which is their regular distribution service, but you could upgrade and ascend to these higher tiers of AWOL that offer professional services, but you have to be selected. This is the exclusive version of that. CD Baby also has their own version of this called CD Baby Stages, where they offer professional services, playlisting, all kinds of stuff, but it's all application and invite only. Then there's the other version of professional services where all you have to do is just sign up for the right tier and you get all of these features. One thing to check for is if your distributor reports to SoundScan, who in turn reports all of your streaming data to the Recording Industry Association of America. Those are the people who hand out gold and platinum records. Another professional service you might want are custom country exclusions, or lyric distribution, or maybe the ability to have a label name. You can see on TuneCore, having your own label name only exists at their highest plan, the professional plan. Same goes with DistroKid. You have to have the label account in order to have your own label name. Same goes for LANDR, where you need Distribution Pro at least in order to get a custom label name. Some other things to look for would be the ability to update your metadata after distribution has already occurred. That's a really cool perk from LANDR. They also include a cover art generator, which TuneCore also is rolling out. Lots of music distributors are also offering sync licensing opportunities like United Masters, TuneCore, CD Baby. They're all rolling out their own version of this catalog that your music is added to. Now, there's no promise that your music will actually get used by brands, but more and more distributors are enticing artists with this perk. Just understand that your song will be one of many. Now, the last item in our countdown that makes for the ultimate music distributor actually goes beyond music distribution. It has to do with what happens when you cancel your subscription. What happens if your payment lapses? Or does your distributor offer tools like mastering or courses or tools to help you release your song and market it more efficiently? Not every distributor offers these things, but there are a couple that stand out to me. Firstly, only CD Baby is completely static with the pricing, and you never have to pay another subscription once you've paid the $9.99. Now, CD Baby does take a cut of your royalties, but every other service is some kind of subscription that you must maintain. What happens if you can't pay your subscription anymore, or you decide to retire as an artist? What happens to your music? Does it get taken down? Well, for DistroKid, if you stop paying your subscription or your payment lapses, you have to pay this Leave a Legacy fee, which is $29 per single or $49 per album. Now remember, this is a fee for every single song if you wish to keep it in stores forever. However, with other distributors like Lander, you actually revert to a free plan that's very similar to AWOL, where you don't pay any monthly subscription anymore. Your music still stays in stores, except now AWOL and Lander in their free version will take a cut of your royalties. So Lander is almost like the perfect balance of TuneCore, DistroKid, and CD Baby, where you have the premium version of the distribution if you are an active subscriber. But if you ever decide to retire or discontinue releasing music, or you just want to pay for distribution a little differently, you can discontinue your Lander subscription and your music will still stay in stores. They'll just start taking a little bit of your back-end royalties instead of your subscription. This feature alone puts Lander near the top of the list for me, knowing that for certain my music will never be taken down. In fact, while we're here, Lander also offers a whole bunch of extras. They have their mastering plugin, which honestly deserves its own video. They have a sample library, free plugins, courses, and the collaboration room so that you can record your music remotely with other producers in a real-time Zoom room, except it's higher quality than Zoom. Another thing to look for is whether or not the distributor offers real human support. I know that CD Baby does email support, TuneCore does email support, Lander has support from real people, DistroKid, uncertain if they still have real people or if it's just all automated. I haven't used them in a while because they banned my account. I can't even log in. CD Baby also has this really awesome help center. TuneCore has their own version of this help center, just no live chat, unfortunately. For Symphonic, when you click help, you also navigate to a very similar help center with lots of great articles, but no live chat, unfortunately. You do have the knowledge base and the ability to create a request. For United Masters support, they just have this email form, which hopefully is quick. I've never tested it myself. But comparing everything side by side, I really love how Lander does have their help chat on every single page, whether you're logged in or not logged in. This makes it really easy to just type in your question and get a ticket in. And it makes a lot of sense that Lander would have really good support because there's so much more than just being a distributor. In fact, there is so much that Lander offers in addition to distribution that it probably deserves its own video. So comment below if you'd like to see that. And also let me know in the comments below which one of these distributors you've seen today you'd like to see a dedicated video on, and I can dive a little bit deeper for you. And before you go, click this video right here to watch my shootout between subscription style distribution services like DistroKid and one-time payment distribution like CD Baby to find out which pricing structure is going to save you the most money.